पूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविता शाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलम् वाल्मीकिर्मुनिसिंहस्य कवितावनचारिणः शृण्वन् रामकथानादं को न याति परां गतिम् यः पिबन् सततं रामचरितामृतसागरम् अतृप्तस्तं मुनिं वन्दे प्राचेतसमकल्मषम् गोष्पतीकृतवाराशिं मशकीकृतराक्षसं रामायण महामाला रत्नं वन्दे नीलात्मजम् अञ्जनानन्दनं वीरं जानकी शोकनाशनं कपीशं मक्षहन्तारं वन्दे लङ्काभयङ्करम् मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वादात्मजं वानरयूतमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शिरसा नमामि यत्र यत्र रघुनाथकीर्तनं तत्र तत्र कृतमस्तकाञ्जलिं बाष्पवारी परिपूर्णलोचनं मारुतिं नमत राक्षसान्तकं वाल्मीकिगिरिसम्बोधा रामसागरगामिनी पुनादिभुवनं पुण्या रामायण महानदी वेदवेद्ये परे पुंसि जाते दशरथात्मजे वेदप्राचेतसादासीद् साक्षात् रामायणात्मना आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम् रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः मङ्गलं कौसलेन्द्राय महनीय गुणाब्धये चक्रवर्ती तनूजाय सार्वभौमाय मङ्गलम् सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। ओम श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे नमः। 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 There are many ways to face the challenges in life. One is passive non-resistance. Most people get depressed and dejected due to this passive non-resistance, which means whatever happens in life, evil, wrong things, one does not act against it. This is the nature of tamas, in the sense that not ready to take up any responsibility for anything in life. Such people are, like Gurudev used to say, parasites in the society. They are of no use to the world, not to themselves as well. One should never be like that in the name of ahimsa. That would not help anyone, and the soul's journey gets stuck. It cannot move. Arjuna was trying to reach there at that point. Passive non-resistance. He wanted no country. He doesn't want to fight. He said that let me beg and then I'll survive in this world. That's what his understanding of sannyasa or tyaga. So he asked that question. I want to know. Passive non-resistance. The second one is active resistance. Active resistance is where a person takes upon oneself the responsibility to do something on his own. Such people are, when you say resistance, it is not upon a response to a thing, but actively engaging in doing something what one wishes to do. And this is pure rajas. Rajas, like that of Ravana. He is going on to do something knowing well it is wrong. Active resistance. The active resistance people are those who are extremely greedy, violent, egoistic, adamant, and they can be dangerous to the world also. Without any purpose or goal also they can be violent because they want something get done and they will do it. And such people do not care about humanity, do not care about anything that is the consequence of their action, because they are so narrowed down in their mind that I want this, I will get it done. A third category is passive resistance. Passive resistance are those who do not invite the problem, but they take care of a problem when it comes. Gurudev says this is Ram. He did not go for fighting with Ravana purposely. Because of the act of Ravana, Bhagavan Sri Rama did not take it lying down. The moment he realized that this is he, or whoever be the enemy, he would not spare him. So he would go after him and get that done and teach a lesson to that person. Krishna taught Arjuna to be this. Passive resistance. Passive in the sense, not initiating a problem. But when the problem is there, you would not keep it lying down. So Krishna says to Arjuna, you are not called for the war. You didn't go and loot their place. You did not act violently. You did not cheat anyone. But because you are being cheated, because you are being mistreated, because your property is taken unwillingly, deceitfully, you cannot keep it lying down there. You have to act against it. That is the king. This is Sattvika Rajas. Rajas supported by sattva. Sattva is passive and resistance is rajas. Whereas active resistance is rajas. Passive non-resistance is tamas. So, total tamas is passive non-resistance. Total rajas is active resistance. Sattvika rajas is passive resistance. Now, which category Hanuman belong to? It may look like he is active resistance. He invited a problem, right? Uninitiated. But it is not true. It is passive resistance. That is the reason why he would say, I am not doing it for myself. That's what coming up. I am not doing it by myself. I am doing it on behalf of someone who is wronged. Like a police officer acts against a criminal who is reported to have stolen property from a person. The person who has stolen the property may not be there, or he has no authority to do it. So the police come into picture, and on behalf of the one who was robbed, the police can act on behalf of him and punish the person. In a way, he's a duta only. In the same way, aham duta. I am a messenger, not only here to give a message, but also prove that what will happen when you continue to do wrong. It's like a punishment for correction. I'm here to correct you, and you must know who is the person whom you're dealing with. So many should not misunderstand that he had consciously invited a problem. No, a problem was there for which he need to respond. Since Rama is not there to respond, I have to do it. So this is where a duta like that of Hanuman excel. And he himself has said that a person can do only just the job given to him. But a person who does more than that, without disturbing the original cause of taking message from Sita to Rama, that was the original reason why he came, to find out her and get the message from her, etc., and see the condition where she is. That alone is sufficient? No. But then Ravana would not know whom he is fighting with and whether he is ready to fight with him at all. Or he can definitely surrender. The intent of Hanuman is to see if Ravana can, without a fight, surrender, knowing what kind of a enemy he is going to face. Therefore, continuing here, having made a real hell out of that place, he had indeed created a havoc, and all the animals are also started to move here and there. Even the gods in the Chaitya, they are also unconscious, they fell unconscious. Here, there is a repeat of what is said earlier in page, and in the previous Sarga, towards 30 onwards, 30, 31, 33 onwards. But you will, that's okay, he is wanting to re-emphasize, because now a new enemy has come. That is, not the Kinkaras, now he had sent Prahasthaputra, that is Jambumali. And so Jambumali also must be told who Hanuman represents. So in verse number 8, 43 Sarga. Astra Vijayatam Ramaha.
Astra Vijayatam Ramaha.
Lakshmanascha Mahabalaha
लक्ष्मणश्च महाबलः
Raja Jayati Sugrivaha
राजा जयति सुग्रीवः
Raghavenapi Palitaha
राघवेणाभिपालितः
Asoham Kosalendrasya
दासोऽहं कोसलेन्द्रस्य
Ramasya Klishta Karmanaha
रामस्याक्लिष्टकर्मणः
Anu Hanuman Shatru Sainyanam
हनूमान् शत्रुसैन्यानां
Nihanta Marutatmajaha
निहन्ता मारुतात्मजः
न रावणसहस्रं मे
न रावणसहस्रं मे
युद्धे प्रतिबलं भवेत्
युद्धे प्रतिबलं भवेत्
शिलाभिश्च प्रहरतः
शिलाभिश्च प्रहरतः
पादपैश्च सहस्रशः
पादपैश्च सहस्रशः
हर्षयित्वा पुरीं लङ्काम्
दर्शयित्वा पुरीं लङ्काम्
अभिवाद्य च मैथिलीम्
अभिवाद्य च मैथिलीम्
समृद्धार्तो गमिष्यामि
अमृद्धार्तो गमिष्यामि
विशतां सर्वरक्षसाम्
मिषतां सर्वरक्षसाम्
एवमुक्ता महाकायः
एवमुक्त्वा महाकायः
चैत्यस्थो हरियूतपः
चैत्यस्तो हरियूथपः
ननाद भीमनिर्हार्दो
ननाद भीमनिर्हार्तो
रक्षसां जनयन् भयम्
रक्षसां जनयन् भयम्
तेन नादेन महता
तेन नादेन महता
चैत्यपाला शतं ययुः
चैत्यपालाशतं ययुः
गृहीत्वा विविधानस्त्रान्
गृहीत्वा विविधानस्त्रान्
तासान् खड्गान् परश्वतान्
प्रासान् खड्गान् परश्वधान्
सिज्रुः
विस्
सिजृजन्तो महाकायाः
विसृजन्तो महाकायाः
मारुतिं पर्यवारयन्
मारुतिं पर्यवारयन्
एकदाभिर्विचित्राभिः
ते गदाभिर्विचित्राभिः
परिगैः काञ्चनाङ्गदैः
परिघैकाञ्चनाङ्गदैः
आजग्मुः वानरश्रेष्ठम्
आजग्मुः वानरश्रेष्ठम्
बाणैश्चादित्यसन्निभैः
बाणैश्चादित्यसन्निभैः
आवर्त इव गङ्गायाः
आवर्त इव गङ्गायाः
ओ यस्य विपुलो महान्
तोयस्य विपुलो महान्
परीक्ष्यप्य हरिश्रेष्ठम्
परिक्षिप्य हरिश्रेष्ठम्
तपभौ रक्षसां गणः
सबभौ रक्षसां गणः.
He is actually restating what he had said earlier also. Ramaha Lakshmanasta Astravit Ramaha Jayatam Lakshmanascha Mahabala. Astravit Astram Veti Astrajnanam Asti Asya. Astravit Jayatam, one who has the correct knowledge of using the weapons, Ramaha, let him be victorious. Lakshmanaha, Sugrivaha Raja Jayati. He also, the king, Sugriva may win. Ravanena apipalitaha Sugrivaha. The one who is being protected, supported by Sugriva. Rama. Aham dasaha. Again and again he points out, I am not the one whom you are actually dealing with. I am only a dasa. That's why it is said, once you have become Bhagavataha dasa, enormous strength would come to one. Because our strength is always about what we can do. When we know what Bhagavan can do, think about it. It is like a small child challenging the neighbor child. You are hitting me. You know who's my father is. And because the child is small child, it knows its limitation. My father will take care of this. The other fellow also, you don't know my father. So the child can have a bold strength out of what? Out of what is behind me, what is behind him. My father can take care of. So if one individual works in this world thinking about one's own strength, it will be very limited. Like if a foreign minister of a country goes to another country, he is actually strong about what my country can do, not about what he can do. My country can really take a problem which you are, posing at us. We have the strength to do that, but we are just keeping quiet. We here means what? We means the whole country behind me. In the same way, aham dasaha, kasya dasaha kosalendrasya, ramasya, aklishta karmana. I am the servant of Rama and aklishta karmana, one who has sinless action. Hanuman, aham. Shatru Sainyanam Nihanta, the one who is capable of destroying of the army of the enemies. Maruta Atmajaha aham. I, the one who is the son of the wind. In my name itself, wind is there, so don't be careful about that. Na Ravana Sahasram me yuddhe pradibalam bhave. Even thousands of Ravana cannot meet me in a war. He cannot be stronger than me. Shilabhischa praharataha, destroying the rocks, or using that. Padabhischa sahasrasha. We don't have weapons like what you have as clubs and swords and arrows and bow. Arrow and bow, once rock will do. At least you can reuse. You may reuse your bow and arrow. But once I hit by the rock, you can never use that anymore. No reusable, but destroy the whole thing along with you. Therefore, they use not any equipment power, physical power, strength. Karshayitva Purim Lankam, destroying the entire Lanka. Abhivadya cha Maithilim, and having saluted Maithili, Samruddha Arthaha, having accomplished my job, Kamishyami, I will move. While you are watching, Sarva Rakshasam Mishatam, as it said earlier also, you people will be watching, and I will be finishing this job and going. Eva Mukta Mahakayaha, the huge bodied Hanuman, Chaityastaha. Now you remember, he is standing at the altar, the highest point of that palace. The Chaitya, that's a sanctum. Nanada Bhima Nirhataha, Rakshasam. He is Nirhataha, he is loudly sending out, proclaiming the sound, Nanada, Rakshasam Janayan Payam, for creating such an amount of fear among the Rakshasas. Tena Mahatanadena, because of that huge sound that he made, Shatam Chaityapalaha Yayuhu, they all ran towards him. How? Grihitva, having held Vividan Astran, varieties of weapons in their hand, Prasan, the spears, Kadgan, the swords, Parashvadan, axes, Visrijantaha, Marutim, Parivarayan, Mayakayaha, those people who had these Rakshasas have huge bodies, they started to throw, hurling all of this against him. Marutim Parivarayan, surrounding him, te Gatabihi Vividani, taking their gatas, mazes, Vichitrabihi, Paridaihi, Also taking all the various, not only weapons of which they can hold in the hand and fight, but also Ganjana Chavaihi Parigaihi, all the various spears which are of the color of Kanchanangaihi, golden color. So they have very, because being the clubs are made of gold, because it's so powerful and so wealthy was Ravana. He could supply all the gold-plated weapons also, not armor. So iron bars, Parigay also, iron bars also, he's so having gold plate there. Vanara Sreshtam Ajagmuhu, they approached the best of the Vanara. Banaischa Aditya Sannipaihi, with the arrows which are shining like the sun. They are surrounding him like what? Example is given here. Avartaiva Gangayaha Toyasya Vipulo Mahan. Vipulaha Mahan Toyasya Gangayaha Mahan Toyasya Avarta Iva. Plenty of water which are there in the Ganges, which are like a whirlpool. Avarta is whirlpool. Avarta Iva Gangayaha Toyasya. Of the Ganges water, how when it becomes flooded, it starts to have whirlpools. In the same way, huge, Mahan, people are wide and Parikshipya Harishreshtam, and also they are surrounding him completely. And Harishreshtam, Sababau Rakshasam Ganaha. Harishreshtam, they Rakshasambhavaha Ganaha, all of them look like as though they are like a huge whirlpool in the Ganges. So this way, now he had to fight. He had already done with all the Kinkaras. Now one more set of people have come. It is like, when you are playing chess, you just go, start, the pawns will start move, pawns. But then they move first. So as they move, first they will meet is obviously the front part of their pawns also will be there in the front. So pawns and pawns will meet, the soldiers. Then comes the next line. So the chess, the very word chess itself is one with chariots, C, one with horses, H, one with elephants, E. Then S are soldiers, chess. And then last is the sovereign. So that is what chess word is. Chariot, horses, elephants, soldiers. Soldiers means battalion, infantry. And the last one is the sovereign, that is king. So this is a lineup. So the lineup is first in the other way around. First is soldier. Then after that, they have, it is not necessarily in the same order, but these are the 4 divisions that are there, plus the king. The foot soldiers first, followed by that is horses. Behind this the elephant, and after this the king. So king will come at the end, but he can go front also when he wants to. So but here, Ravana is not directly entering the war, entering the fight with him. He's sending one. First he sent the Kinkaras. Now he sends the more powerful ones, like he had started to send Jambumali, and along with his retinue. Each one of them commanded certain number of soldiers under him. Now, looking at these fellows coming around so powerfully, Tato Vatatmaja Kruttaha Marupam Samastitaha
भीमरूपं समास्थितः
Prasadasya Mahanstasya
प्रासादस्य महान्तस्य
Stambam Hema Parishkrutam
स्तम्भं हेमपरिष्कृतम्
पाटयित्वा वेगेन
उत्पाटयित्वा वेगेन
हनुमान् मारुतात्मजः
हनुमान् मारुतात्मजः
ततस्तं भ्रामयामास
ततस्तं भ्रामयामास
ततदारं महाबलः
शतधारं महाबलः
तत्र चाग्निः समभवत्
तत्र चाग्निः समभवत्
आसादश्चाप्यदह्यत
प्रासादश्चाप्य दह्यत
दह्यमानं ततो दृष्ट्वा
दह्यमानं ततो दृष्ट्वा
प्रासादं हरियूतपः
प्रासादं हरियूथपः
राक्षसशतं हत्वा
तराक्षसः शतं हत्वा
वज्रेणेन्द्र इवासुरान्
वज्रेणेन्द्रैवासुरान्
अन्तरिक्षस्थितः श्रीमान्
अन्तरिक्षस्थितः श्रीमान्
इदं वचनमब्रवीत्.
इदं वचनमब्रवीत्.
When he saw so many of them coming to attack him with so many weapons, tato Vadatmajaha, Marutatmajaha, Vanarayutapaha, Hanuman, all these adjectives. Kruttaha, Bhimarupam, Samustanastitaha, standing there, Bhimarupam. Bhimarupam with a form which is extremely difficult to even comprehend, terrible form. Tasya prasadasya mahan stambam hema parishkrutam utpatayitva. What he did was, there were many pillars there supporting the palace. So all are definitely very rich. Ravana was, so they were all embedded with golden layers. Hema parishkrutam stambam tasya pradastasya stambam utpatayitva, lifting it and tearing it down, Vegena Hanuman Marutatmaja, with such an amount of speed, Tatastam Brahmayamas, he started to swirl it around above his head. So when he started to do that, it's made of steel. So when he started to turn it around, and at the edge, Shatadharam Mahabala. Shatadhara means they have the end part of it. The edge of the Dara means edge, the sharp edge. It is also made of metal, so it went and hit all the metal part of other pillars around. So what happened when the iron and iron, they strike each other, it starts to spark. It started to spark. Tatracha agnihi samabhavat. The fire started to come out of it. So in the iron metal, when it is striking with another iron metal, the inherent spark started. Prasadascha apyadahat. That very fire that is broke out there, spark started to burn the entire palace. The palace that is Sanctum Palace, that we have as in many of the big, townships, they have a town square. And there will be city hall. The city hall is where, many important functions take place. And that is considered as the center of the city. And the mayor of the city comes there. And when he addresses the public or giving interviews, etc. So similarly, they had the sanctum, which is what he is attacking. Because that is a pride of, he has already had the pride of the garden, Ashoka, but he started to massacre that. Now the city hall, that is also being destroyed. The Hyamanam tato drishtva prasadam hariyutapaha. Seeing that it is started to burn, sa rakshasa shadam hatva, destroying all those rakshasas. Like what? Asuran vajrena indraha iva. Like the Indra who had destroyed the Rakshasa Gana, Asuran. So Rakshasas are earth dwellers. Asuras are the same kind, heaven dwellers. That's all the difference. They are also of the same kind. So Suraha, Surendraha, Suraha means the heavenly residents, and then their king being Indra, he fights with the Asuras. So he fought with them. But Hanuman here, Antarikshastitaha, staying in the sky because he can lift himself, like a holocraft. With the power of the wind, he was standing right in the middle of the sky. Shriman idam vachanam abravit. This he declared to all the people who were rest of them who were running here and there. Madrishanam sahasrani
मादृशानां सहस्राणि
visrishtani mahatmanam
विसृष्टानि महात्मनां
balinam vanarendranam
बलिनां वानरेन्द्राणां
sugriva vashavartinam
सुग्रीववशवर्तिनां
atanti basudam krishnam
अटन्ति वसुधां कृत्स्नां
vayamanye cha vanaraha
वयमन्ये च वानराः
dasha nagabala kechit
दशनागबलाः केचित्
केचित् दशगुणोत्तराः
केचित् दशगुणोत्तराः
केचित् नागसहस्रस्य
केचिन्नागसहस्रस्य
बभूवस्तुल्यविक्रमाः
बभूवुस् बभूवस्तुल्यविक्रमाः
सन्ति चोगबला केचित्
सन्ति चौगबला केचित्
सन्ति व्यायुबला बलोपमाः
सन्ति वायुबलोपमाः
अप्रमेयबला केचित्
अप्रमेयबला केचित्
अत्रासन् हर्यूतपाः
तत्रासन् हरियूथपाः
ये दृग्विदैस्तु हरिभिः
ईदृग्विद्धैस्तु हरिभिः
वृतो दन्तनकायुधैः
वृतो दन्तनखायुधैः
शतैः शतसहस्रैश्च
शतैः शतसहस्रैश्च
कोटिभिश्चायुतैरपि
कोटिभिश्चायुतैरपि
आगमिष्यति सुग्रीवः
आगमिष्यति सुग्रीवः
सर्वेषां योनिषूदनः
सर्वेषां वो निषूदनः
नेयमस्ति पुरीं लङ्का
नेयमस्ति पुरी लङ्का
न यूयं न च रावणः
न यूयं न च रावणः
यस्य तिक्ष्वाकुवीरेण सारी ओके
यस्यस्विक्ष्वाकुवीरेण
बद्धं वैरं महात्मना
बद्धं वैरं महात्मना
मादृशाणां सहस्राणि. Madrishanam means like me. Visrishtani Mahatmanam, of the Mahatma, of Mahatma here to mean Sugriva. Sugrivasya. So, Sugrivasya Sainyaha Madrishanam Mahatmanam Visrittasni Sahasrani. Like me, there are many of them, thousands of them. And they are all already sent. Where? Atanti Bahsudam Krishnam Payamanyecha Vanaraha. They are all moving about in various parts of the earth. Valinam Vanarendranam Sugriva Vashavartinam. Among those people who are strong, they are the Vanarendras belonging to or under the control of Sugriva. Some of them are Dashanagabalaha. They are equal to 10 elephants. Kechit Dashaguna Uttaraha. The 10 elephants itself is quite a strong one. Think about it. A monkey, just the strength of 10 elephants. Some of them are 10 times more than that. Dashaguna Uttaraha. Kechit Naga Sahasrasya. Some of them are equal to that of 1,000 elephants. Some of them, and they are babuvuhu tulya vikramaha. Kechit nagasahasrasya tulya vikramaha babuhu. They are of equal to 1,000 elephants' strength. Then some of them have ogabalaha. Oga means the storm water. How storm water or flood water would destroy the entire city. So some of them have got that kind of a strength of the mighty flood. Vayubala upamaha santi kechit. Some of them have got the power of the wind. Aprameya bala kechit. Some of them are even, I can't even compare with anyone. Neither the flood nor the wind, they are aprameya. Cannot be even compared. Tatra asan hariyutapaha. They are all there, which are all the best of the monkeys. Idrik vidaistu haribihi. This kind of, by this kind of monkeys, vanaras, vrutaha. They are filled with them. Shataihi svrutaha. Danda naka ayudaihi. Their weapons are nothing but teeth and the nail. Sharp teeth and nails. Shatasahasraisya. Shatasahasra, 10,000. 100,000. First, Shatasahasra, 100,000. Kotibihi, crores. Cha ayutaihi, 10,000 of them. Abi agamishyati, they all will come. Sugrivaha agamishyati. Surrounded or supported by all these, Sugriva will come. Sarvesham vaha nishudanaha. And he, the one who can destroyer of all of you. Lankapuri, iyam Lankapuri na asti. This Lanka that you think as your own fortress is not going to be there. Not you all, na Ravanaha. Na yuyam, na Ravanaha. Why? Because yuyam, all of you, baddam vairam mahatmana. You have started to become inimical to him. Yasya ikshvaku virena mahatmana baddam vairam yuyam. You people have become bound by the fact that you are all enemies to the Ikshvaku Indra, Veera, the one who is the best of the Ikshvaku dynasty, Rama. Even you have become enemy to Rama. This is what will happen. So Ram Sena will, Shiva Sena, Ram Sena will come now to take care of the problem. Ityashe Srimad Ramayane Valmiki Ramayan Sundarakanda Sarga. 43. Now we'll enter into 44. Now Jambumali is now coming in. Having his retinue killed, Jambumali himself will enter into the war. Sandishto Rakshasendrat Jandrena.
Sandishto Rakshasendrena.
Prahastasya Suto Bali.
Prahastasya suto bali.
Jambumali Mahadamstro.
Jambumali mahadamstro.
Nirjagama Danurdaraha.
Nirjagama dhanurdaraha.
Raktamalyambaradaraha.
Raktamalyambaradharaha.
Tragviruchirakundalaha.
Tragviruchirakundalaha.
Mahan Vivruttanayanah.
Mahan vivruttanayanah.
Chandasamaraturjayaha.
Chandasamaradur-jayaha.
Dhanushakradhanuprakyam.
Dhanushakradhanuprakyam.
Mahat ruchirasatakam.
Mahadruchiratayakam.
Visparayano vegena.
Visvarayano vegena.
Vajrashani samaswanam.
Vajrashani samasvanam.
Tasya vispara goshena.
Tasya visvara goshena.
Dhanusho mahata dishaha.
Dhanusho mahata dishaha.
Pradishascha nabhaschaiva.
Pradishascha nabhaschaiva.
Asa samapurayat.
Sahasa samapuryata.
Purayat. Puryata, 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 Puryata. Ratena Kharayuktena
रथेन खरयुक्तेन
Tamagatam Utikshya Saha
तमागतमुदीक्ष्य सः
Hanuman Vega Sampannaha
हनुमान् वेगसम्पन्नः
Jaharpacha Nanadacha Jaharshacha
जहर्ष
Nanadacha
जहर्ष च ननाद च
Rakshasendrena Sandishtaha commanded by Ravana Prahastasya Putraha Sutaha Bali, the strong son of Prahasta Jambumali, Mahadamsaha, mighty teeth, Nirjagama Dhanurdaraha, holding his weapon or the arrow here, he started to set out. His description are given, the point description is given because anytime anybody wants to make movie later on, Valmiki has very clearly written the script. Because later on, when people take a movie, there should not be any problem how to portray. He is given what kind of color dress he is wearing, what kind of kundalam also, what kind of head kirita, what kind of ornaments he was wearing, and how mighty it is, how does he look, all. See, interesting thing is, there is no need to do all these things, but that's what he was seeing in his mind. This is how Jambumali looked. So he explains that Raktamalyambaradaraha Sraktaha Sargvi Malin, the one who is wearing the garland which are golden chains. Sorry, Raktamalya Ambaradara. So he the one who is having red flowers as his garland, and also Sargvi Ruchira Kundalaha, and beautiful shining earrings also. Mahan Vivruttanayanah, one who has the wide eyes, opened eyes, so meaning large eyes that he had. Then Chandaha, terrible looking. Samara Durjayaha, Samare Durjayaha. He is the one who is very difficult to fight in the Samara. It is Saptama. Saptami here is what you call. Okay. Danuhu Shakra Danuh Prakyam. His bow is like that of equal to that of Indra's. Mahat Ruchirasayakam, with beautiful, powerful arrows and the arrow holder also. And Visparayanaha is twanging that very bow. Visparanam means to twang it. Visparayanaha, Vegena, with the force. Vajrashani Samaswanam. It had the sound of that of the what do you call that? The weapon of Indra, which is none other than the lightning. Ashana means Ashani means the thunder. Thunderbolt. So he had thunderbolt. How does it sound when it suddenly, during the seasonal rain, when you hear thunder? That is said to be Indra's twanging is Vajrayuta. So whenever the thunderbolt sound you hear, in South India the tradition is, the thunderbolt sound is heard, that is Indra is angry. You know the story of how Indra got angry with Krishna and then all that. So thunderbolt is the sound of the Vajrayuta of Indra. So when you hear that, what you should do is immediately call Bhagavan Vishnu's vehicle, Garuda. So Garuda Rakshadu. So let Garuda come and protect me, because this torrential rain may affect. So may Garuda be a guard for me. Guard is Garuda at that point. So the sound of thunderbolt is what is heard at that place. Tasya Visparana Goshena. Danushaha Mahata Dishaha Danushaha Tasya Danushaha Vispara Goshena. Of his bows, this sound of a twanging, Mahata Dishaha Pradishascha Namaschaiva Sahasa Samapurayat. The entire, all the directions, including intermittent interdirections or the in-between directions also, all of them are filled with that sound. So at this point, ratena karayuktena ratena tam agatam. So the one who has started to come with his chariot being driven by donkeys. I think they are more available than horses there. So donkeys were the one which were drawing his chariot. Seeing him, tam udikshya Hanuman, Vega Sampannaha Hanuman, seeing him, one who is a swift movement, he started laughing. So came with my donkey chariot. Wonderful he is. And singularly he has come. You know, all his sainyas are destroyed. Now he has come with his own weapon. So he just jaharshan nanad. He started to laugh and started to make a big sound there. Tam torana vitankastam
Tam toranavishthakastam
Hanumantam mahakapim
Hanumantam Mahakapim
Jambumali mahateja
Jambumali Mahateja
Vyadanishitei sharaihi
Vivyadhanishitaisharaihi
Ardhachandrena vadane
Arthachandrena Vadane
Tirasyekena karnina
Shiratyekena Karnina
Bahvo vivyadhanarachaihi
Bahvorvivyadhanarachaihi
Dashabhistu kabishwaram
Dashabhistu Kapishwaram
Tatyat shushupetamram
Tatyatachrusubhe Tamram
Sharena bihatam mukham
Sharena Mukham
Saradi vambujam pullam
Sharadi Vambujam Fullam
Viddam bhaskara rashmina
Viddambhakara Rashmina
Tattasya raktam raktena
Tattatya Raktam Raktena
Ranjitam shushupe mukham
Ranjitam Shushubhe Mukham
Yatakashe mahapadmam
Yathakashe Mahapadmam
Diktam kanchana bindubihi.
Tiktam Kanchana Bindubihi.
So when Jambumali came and then Hanuman started to laugh at him and made a huge sound, garjana. So at that time, Tam Hanumantam Mahakabim, to that response to that very way the Hanuman laughed, Torana Vitanga Stam. He is the one who is standing on the summit. Vitanga means summit of that Torana, because he's already raised the prasada anyways. His, what do you call, post is always the Torana. He goes back there only. As I said yesterday, the soldier's post. He will finish it and go back to the same point and stand there. Because then they will know where he is. So and standing there at the top of the summit of that Torana, the archway, Jambumali Mahateja, then Nishitaihi Sharaihi Vivyadha. He started to pierce with many of the arrows, and Ardhachandrena Vadane Shirasyekena Karnina. Ardhachandra means the tip of the arrow has got Ardhachandra. That kind of arrows, as well as those who are looking like that of the ears, Karnina, Bahvohu Vivyada. He started to attack the shoulders of Hanuman, Narayachaihi, with various weapons, various arrows, Dashabistu Kabishwaram, and not many of them, and 10 of them actually had attacked or pierced his shoulders among them. So when it is obviously, when he is directly attacked, Hanuman was directly attacked by him, Sharena Abhihitam Mukham, Tamram Mukham, the very face of Hanuman, which is copper-like, Shushube, Tasya Mukham, Shushube, started to shine. That's, it because the power, the color of these arrows started to give glitter to his face because it's all gold. His face is looking like copper there. But the example that is given here is comparison is given. Sharadiva Ambujam Pullam Viddam Bhaskara Rashmina. That what the lotus that is there in the lake, which is fully opened up. Fullam. Fullam means blossomed. So in Sanskrit word Pulla becomes full blown, fully opened. Pullaravinda, Talayataksha. Pulla means completely blossomed. So Bhaskara Rashmina Viddam. Now with the fully open lotus, when it is bathed by the light of the sun, the rays of the sun, how the color is like a reddish copper color. In the same way, the face of Hanuman. So beautiful comparison here. Tattasya raktam raktena ranjitam shushube mukham. His face also filled with blood because of his being attacked in that way. Ranjitam raktena raktam. So his red face is further reddened by the blood. Yata akashe mahapatma siktam kanchana bindubihi. It is like, an example is given here, that's our simile is given, like a huge Mahapadmam, huge lotus in the sky, as though is now is sprinkled with, as it is given the translation, Kanchana Bindubihi. Kanchana Bindu of what we do not know. So here is a red Ashoka flower. The honey of the Bindu here means a drop. The honey here coming out of the Ashoka flower. So that sprinkled. So that is also red in color. So the red flower sprinkled with the red Ashoka honey flowers, honey of the Ashoka flower. So this is how it has been described as the face of Hanuman there. Chutoga Banabirhataha.
Koopabaणाभिसहतो
Banabirhataha. Rakshasasya Mahakapihi.
राक्षसस्य महाकपिः
Tata Parshveti Ativipulam.
ततः पार्श्वेति विपुलाम्
Tadasya Mahatim Shilam.
तदर्श महतीं शिलाम्
Tarasatam Samutpata Patya.
तरसा तां समुत्पाट्य
Vikshepa Jabavata Bali.
चिक्षेपजववत् बली
Bali. Tam Sharir Dashabhi Kruddaha.
तां शरैर्दशभिः क्रुद्धः
Adayamasa Rakshasaha.
ताडयामास राक्षसः
Oh, it's time. All right. So I will see only these two. Banabhi Ataha Mahakapihi Chukoba Rakshasasya Banabhi Ataha. So the one who is attacked by the arrows of this Rakshasa, he became so upset and angry. Tataha Parshve Atibipulam Mahatim Shilam Dadarsha. At his sides he saw rocks, huge rocks. Tarasa, very quickly, Tam Samutpatya. He picked up all of them and started to, having broken them, Samutpatya. Vikshiksheba Jayavat Javavat. with so much of force. Java means like a wind. So like a wind, he forcefully threw it. Tam sharaihi dashabihi kruddhaha tadayamasa rakshasaha. Then in response to that, Jambumali also understood that he is being attacked by not by anything else but huge rocks. And rocks are really, arrows are some small only. Then rocks are coming. It will destroy not only the arrows, the bows, and the person also. Now, one attack, all the three of them are gone. So then he started to reply with thousands of arrows at the same time. So this we'll see how he overcomes them. And
अगणित गुण गण भूषण रामा आश्रित वत्सल जय जय रामा अयोध्यावासी सीता रामा आपद बांधव जय जय रामा दशरथ नंदन श्री रामा दशमुख मर्दन जय जय रामा कौसल्या सुखवर्धन रामा कामित फलदा जय जय रामा पाप विचोचन श्री रामा पट्टाभिरामा जय जय रामा जानकी जीवन सीता रामा जय रघुरामा जय सिया रामा वानर सेवित श्री रामा वारिधि बंधन जय जय रामा हनुमत पूजित सीता रामा श्री राम जय जय रामा रघुपति राघव राजा रामा पतित पावन सीता रामा श्री राम जय जय रामा श्री राम जय जय रामा सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय।